On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Normally.
Usually, under normal conditions.
Examples:
Complete normally. Not normally drink much. I don't normally take a vacation in the middle of summer.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Assignment.
A duty or task given to someone, usually as part of their job or studies.
Examples:
Finish the assignment. Assignment of interest. My assignment was overwhelming and complicated, but it was also exciting.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
Disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Pearl.
A hard, roundish object found within the shells of certain mollusks and used as a gem.
Examples:
A cultured pearl. Pearl beyond price. She wore a pearl necklace passed down to her from her grandmother.
Buck.
A male deer, a unit of currency, especially the US dollar, a sudden jolt or movement, a young man, verb, to resist or oppose something, such as an authority, trend, or convention.
Examples:
Buck the trend. Extra buck. I spotted a majestic buck with large antlers standing at the forest's edge.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, an organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
Foundation course. Weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Don.
A Spanish gentleman, a university lecturer, especially a senior member of a college at Oxford or Cambridge.
Examples:
The Don of the University. Don Giovanni. He could never go against what Don Carlos said.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Intrigue.
To make someone interested, especially by being strange, unusual, or mysterious, to make a secret plan with other people to harm someone.
Examples:
Intrigue him. Intrigue against his rival. The artist's innovative style of work intrigues me.
Translator.
A person whose job is restating written messages from one language to another.
Examples:
Electronic translator. Professional translator. The author discovered that the translator had inserted several unique interpretations into his book.
Astonishment.
A feeling of very great surprise.
Examples:
Blink in astonishment. Struck with astonishment. They stood rooted in astonishment for a while.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Shed.
To get rid of something as superfluous or unwanted, to cast off hair, skin, horn, or feathers. Noun, an outbuilding with a single story, mainly used for shelter or storage.
Examples:
Shed an old skin. A cowshed. He shed a secret tear when he heard the news of his friend's death.
Lee.
The side or part that is sheltered or facing away from the wind or the direction from which the wind is blowing. A position or location protected from the full force or effects of something, particularly the wind.
Examples:
a natural lee, the lee of the building. The hiker found a calm spot in the lee of the mountain to set up camp.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Fond.
Having affection or liking for someone, particularly someone you've known for a long time.
Examples:
very fond of. Fond memories of the birthday. He is excessively fond of alcohol.
Brick.
A rectangular block of baked clay used as a building material.
Examples:
brick wall. Dressed brick. The wall was made of hard bricks that had been used for centuries.
Radiate.
To spread out or emit something, such as light or heat, in all directions.
Examples:
radiate an aura. Radiate in all directions. Roads radiate from the famous building in the center of the city.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Ridicule.
Speech or behavior that makes fun of or mocks someone or something. Teasing, sarcasm, or scornful remarks that are intended to belittle or humiliate. Verb, to mock, criticize, or make fun of someone or something in a scornful or derisive way.
Examples:
Public ridicule. Ridicule at his expense. The ridicule from his classmates made him feel embarrassed and ashamed.
Reject.
To refuse to accept, consider, or use something or someone.
Examples:
Reject the proposal. Reject all imperfect merchandise. The company rejected the job candidate's application due to a lack of experience.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Confident.
Feeling sure about your abilities or qualities or having trust in people, plans, or the future.
Examples:
Feel confident. A confident remark. I'm not confident in our victory.
Assembly.
A group of people who have been elected, especially one that meets regularly and makes decisions or laws for a specific region or country.
Examples:
Assembly line. Assembly hall. This company's assembly plant is an enormous facility.
Clown.
A performer, typically in a circus, who wears distinctive makeup and costumes and plays practical jokes, and performs tricks or stunts to entertain audiences.
Examples:
A clown act. Act as a clown. She dressed up as a Halloween clown with a rainbow wig and oversized red nose.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Shyness.
The quality or state of being worried or embarrassed about meeting and speaking to other people.
Examples:
Lose some of my shyness. Shyness barrier. He finally overcame his shyness.
Withdrawn.
Having retired oneself from society, company, or public life, extremely shy and quiet.
Examples:
Withdrawn product. Become socially withdrawn. She was withdrawn and didn't want to talk to anyone after the breakup.
Blackboard.
A large board made of a smooth, Usually dark-colored slate attached to a wall used by teachers in schools for writing on with chalk.
Examples:
Chalk on a blackboard. Electronic blackboard. The teacher asked me to rub out the blackboard.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Recess.
A period of time when the members of a parliament, committee, etc., are adjourned, a short break in a trial in court.
Examples:
A court recess. During noon recess. The company decided to take a recess and reconvene the meeting later that day.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
Terrifying experience. Terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Crack.
To break or cause to break without dividing into separate parts. Noun, a line on the surface of something along which it is separated without breaking.
Examples:
Crack an eggshell. A crack in a board. He that would eat the kernel must crack the nut.
Formal.
Following established, public, or official forms and conventions, often in a serious or somber manner.
Examples:
A formal festival. Formal request. The event required formal attire, so he wore a suit and tie.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples:
adolescent girl. Pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
the invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Mistakenly.
In a mistaken or incorrect way, wrongly.
Examples:
mistakenly left his keys. Mistakenly delete the important file. He mistakenly thought the red liquid was juice, but it was paint.
Gene.
The fundamental unit of heredity and the sequence of nucleotides in DNA that codes for the creation of RNA or protein.
Examples:
gene expression. Gene cloning. A defective gene is responsible for the disease.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Telegram.
A message sent by telegraph equals a method of long-distance transmission of messages by electrical or radio signals, typically consisting of a few words and sent at a reduced rate for urgent or brief communications.
Examples:
Telegram service. A congratulatory telegram. He sent a telegram to let his family know he was safe.
Upset.
Causing or marked by anxiety, uneasiness, trouble, or grief. Verb, to make someone anxious, unhappy, or angry.
Examples:
Get upset. Have an upset stomach. He was awfully upset by the news.
Mud.
A soft, wet, sticky earth or clay.
Examples:
Mud wall. Mud volcano. The mud of the swamp made it difficult to walk through the field.
Bloodshot.
Referring to eyes that are reddened or suffused with blood, often due to irritation, fatigue, or the dilation of blood vessels.
Examples:
Bloodshot gaze. Bloodshot appearance. After a sleepless night, his eyes were bloodshot and tired.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Recognition.
The action or process of recognizing or being recognized, especially by remembering, an agreement that something is true or legal.
Examples:
Recognition award. Joint recognition. He was given recognition for his outstanding work in the field of medicine.
Whatsoever.
Not at all, no matter what.
Examples:
Whatsoever it be. Without impact whatsoever. He refused to do anything whatsoever to help her.
Bark.
The hard outer layer of a tree, a sound made by dogs or some other animals.
Examples:
Trees with rough bark. Bark at the moon. He removed the bark from the tree.
Interrupt.
To say or do something that causes someone to stop in their speech or action.
Examples:
Interrupt a call. Abruptly interrupt. Her sleep was interrupted by recurring pain.
Slam.
To shut a door or window noisily, to strike something violently or noisily.
Examples:
Slam the door. slammed the book against a wall. She slammed the door shut, angry at the person on the other side.
Hero.
A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a character in literature or history who is central to the plot and who exhibits heroic qualities.
Examples:
Local hero, unsung hero. The soldier who sacrificed his life for his country is considered a national hero.
Writ.
A written legal order or command.
Examples:
A writ of summons. Issue a writ. He was served with a writ of eviction, giving him the notice to vacate the property.
Script.
A written text of a film, play, broadcast, or speech, something written by hand.
Examples:
A hand script. The script of a play. The archaeologist found a hieratic Egyptian script on a stone monument.
Reluctantly.
In a way that you are unwilling to do something, with hesitation.
Examples:
Reluctantly approve the idea. Reluctantly leave. He reluctantly agreed to go to the party.
Yell.
To shout in a sudden and loud way.
Examples:
Yell for help. Yell as loud as we can. When I asked my father for more money, he became furious and yelled at me.
Enslave.
To make someone a slave, to deprive someone of their freedom of choice or action.
Examples:
Enslave poor peasants. Enslave indigenous people. Her beauty enslaved me completely.
Appall.
To shock or disgust, to fill with dismay.
Examples:
Appall the tourists. Appall me. The news of the massacre appalled the entire nation.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Downtown.
In or towards the central area of a town or city.
Examples:
Downtown building. Downtown traffic. He decided to take a walk downtown area to explore the city.
Prostitute.
A person, typically a woman, who engages in sexual activity in exchange for payment.
Examples:
Prostitute street. A male prostitute. She turned to prostitute to make ends meet.
Jail.
A facility where criminals are kept to be punished for their crimes, a prison.
Examples:
County jail. Be in jail. The police escorted the prisoner to the jail.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Ugly.
Unattractive in appearance, unpleasant to look at.
Examples:
An ugly sound. Ugly building. The ugly truth was that he had been lying to her for months.
Furious.
Extremely angry, full of rage.
Examples:
Furious anger. A furious sea. The coach was furious with the players for their lack of effort during the game.
Calm.
Not excited, angry, or nervous, free from wind, large waves.
Examples:
Calm sea. Calm manner. It was the first time in a long time that I felt truly calm and at peace.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Accuse.
To charge or criticize someone with a crime or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Accuse his rudeness. Accuse each other. The witness accused the defendant of committing the robbery.
Niece.
A daughter of one's sibling, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law.
Examples:
A bouncing niece. Play with her niece. My niece is a talented artist who has won several awards for her drawings.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Pretension.
The act of claiming or asserting something, especially without good reason or without evidence, an unfounded or excessive claim or ambition.
Examples:
Pretension to authority. Baseless pretension. His pretensions of being a gourmet were quickly exposed when he could not identify basic herbs and spices.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Inviting.
Having an attractive or tempting quality that draws people in, encouraging or alluring in a way that makes people want to take part or participate.
Examples:
Inviting scent. Inviting atmosphere. The inviting aroma of freshly baked bread drew me into the bakery.
Prospective.
Likely or expected to happen or become in the future, often referring to something or someone that is being considered or evaluated.
Examples:
Prospective customer. Prospective candidate. The company is looking for prospective employees with strong communication skills.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Ceremony.
A formal event or ritual, often religious or solemn.
Examples:
Ceremony hall. Ceremony location. The wedding ceremony was a beautiful and emotional event.
Ritual.
Any customary observance or practice, any prescribed procedure for conducting religious ceremonies.
Examples:
A ritual dance. Morning ritual. The woman of the house does the holy ritual of lighting 2 candles.
Priest.
A person who performs religious duties and ceremonies, especially in the Christian faith.
Examples:
Priest in clerical garb. Faithful priest. He was ordained as a priest in the Catholic Church.
Adoption.
The action or fact of legally taking another's child as one's own, the act of accepting with approval.
Examples:
Adoption assistance. The adoption of a plan. The adoption process can be long and difficult, but it is worth it for the love of a child.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Orphanage.
An institution for the care of orphans equals a child whose parents are dead.
Examples:
Build an orphanage. Orphanage director. He grew up in a Christian orphanage and never knew his biological parents.
Untouched.
Not touched or disturbed by anyone or anything, not having been altered, changed, or affected in any way.
Examples:
Untouched wilderness. Untouched landscape. The abandoned house was untouched for years, with vines growing all over it.
Insist.
To say something clearly or demand something forcefully, especially when other people disagree with or oppose what you say.
Examples:
Insist on a clear answer. Insist over and over. He insisted that she pay her debt to the last penny.
Villager.
A person who lives in a village or small rural community. A person who is part of a close-knit and traditional community.
Examples:
Villager community. Local villager. The rural villagers were saddened by the destruction of their homes in the natural disaster.
Bedlam.
A state of chaos, confusion, and uproar, an uproarious or madly noisy scene or situation.
Examples:
Chaotic bedlam. Noisy bedlam. The stadium erupted into bedlam when the home team scored the winning goal.
Assign.
To give a specific job or piece of work to a someone.
Examples:
Assign projects. Assign top priority. Please assign a different color to each other kind of item.
Messy.
Disorganized and untidy.
Examples:
Messy data. Messy handling. His messy bedroom is always a source of frustration for his mother.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Rocky.
Full of or abounding in rocks, of, relating to, or made of rock.
Examples:
Rocky terrain. Rocky relationship. The rocky road made it difficult to drive on.
Cartoon.
A simple drawing depicting a humorous or critical situation, often accompanied by a caption.
Examples:
Cartoon character. Cartoon industry. He spent his afternoon watching cartoon movies on TV.
Myth.
An ancient story or set of stories accepted as history, especially explaining the worldview of a people.
Examples:
The myth of an old religion. Perpetuate a myth. With the financial bubble bursting, the myth of economic growth in investment banking collapsed.
Buster.
A person or thing that breaks or causes something to be broken.
Examples:
Crime buster. Bug buster. The stress buster meditation helped me relax and calm my nerves.
Huddle.
To crowd or press closely together, cuddle.
Examples:
Huddle in a temporary shelter. Huddle around the open fire. The children huddled together for warmth in the cold winter storm.
Dictionary.
A reference book containing an alphabetical list of words and their definitions, as well as information about their origins, usage, and pronunciation.
Examples:
Dictionary definition. Online dictionary. I need to purchase a new English dictionary.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Utensil.
A tool used in the house.
Examples:
Cooking utensils. Cleaning utensils. This cuisine requires special kitchen utensils.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Asleep.
In a state of sleep.
Examples:
Asleep at the wheel. Dead asleep. He lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Overheat.
To become too hot, or to cause something to become too hot.
Examples:
Overheat while charging. Starts to overheat. The car engine overheated and had to be repaired.
Terribly.
Very badly, to a great extent or very much.
Examples:
Suffer terribly. I am terribly sorry. His arm was swollen and terribly red.
Midnight.
The middle point of the night, usually defined as 12 a.m. or the start of a new day.
Examples:
Midnight snack. Midnight shift. I stayed up until midnight watching my favorite movie.
Terror.
Intense fear, a state of intense fear or alarm.
Examples:
Terror attack. Terror group. The bomb blast spread terror among the people.
Flame.
A bright, visible light and heat source caused by combustion, a strong, intense feeling typically associated with passion, aggression, or anger.
Examples:
Flame of passion. Simmering flame. The flame of the candle flickered in the darkness of the room.
Freak.
An abnormality that is not typical or expected.
Examples:
A rock freak. Freak weather. The freak accident caused the car to flip over and land on its roof.
Lace.
A delicate fabric made of interlacing thread or other material, a cord used to fasten or adorn clothing, often with a pattern of holes or spaces, a decorative netting or interlaced design.
Examples:
Lace curtains. Lace trim. She wore a beautiful dress with delicate lace detailing.
Blast.
Explosion, or a strong current of air, usually caused by an explosion, a sudden, thunderous noise.
Examples:
A blast of wind. An icy blast. The blast shattered the laboratory equipment.
Furnace.
An enclosed chamber for heating metal or glass to very high temperatures.
Examples:
Electrical furnace. Gas-fired furnace. In the furnace, the metal gleamed with radiance.
Scream.
To give a loud, high shout suddenly, especially because of fear, anger, excitement, etc., to utter or declare in a very loud voice.
Examples:
Scream a profanity. Scream at him to be quiet. She kept screaming for an ambulance.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
A weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Thump.
To strike or hit heavily or repeatedly, often with a dull, resonating sound, to pound or beat forcefully.
Examples:
Thump on the back. Thump a blistering shot. I heard someone thump on the door, and when I opened it, no one was there.
Choke.
To prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
Choke with anger. Choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Vent.
A small opening to escape or release gas, air, liquid, etc., activity or process that frees or expresses strong creative energy or emotion.
Examples:
Volcanic vent. Vent tube. He gave vent to his anger by playing the guitar.
Unbelievable.
Beyond belief or understanding, and extremely surprising.
Examples:
Unbelievable beauty. Cause unbelievable damage. He drinks an unbelievable amount of beer.
Utter.
Complete, total, or absolute, said, done, or experienced without any exceptions or qualifications, spoken aloud or enunciated very clearly and distinctly, verb, to speak or articulate words, sounds, or a voice.
Examples:
Utter nonsense. Utter a big sigh. The utter chaos of the concert crowd made it seem like a wild animal was in the room.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples:
Chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
Overwhelming majority. An overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Nightmare.
A very frightening or unpleasant dream.
Examples:
Have a nightmare. Nightmare situation. Life as a waiter was a big nightmare for him.
Guilt.
The fact of having committed something illegal, the negative feelings caused by believing or knowing that you have done something wrong.
Examples:
Criminal guilt. Feeling of guilt. Shame and guilt have significant social influences.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Soak.
To allow liquid to be absorbed, typically by immersing in it, to leave as a guarantee in return for money.
Examples:
soak in a hot spring. Soak away stress. I soaked the shirt in the sink before washing it.
Gaff.
A long pole fitted with a hook or a barbed spear, typically used to land large fish. A cheating device used in gambling or a tool used to manipulate a situation or outcome.
Examples:
gaff hook. Loading gaff. The sailor grabbed a fishing gaff to pull the large marlin on board.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources, such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, we must tap new human resources.
Blanket.
A large piece of soft material used to cover or wrap a person or thing to keep them warm. Adjective, broad in scope or content.
Examples:
blanket authority. Blanket scarf. The electric blanket keeps me warm on cold nights.
Sill.
A horizontal piece of material, such as wood or stone, that forms the bottom of a window or door frame, a narrow shelf or ledge at the bottom of a window or door.
Examples:
sill plate. Window sill. The door sill was painted a bright red to make it more visible.
Barricade.
A barrier, often improvised or temporary, used to block passage or protect against danger or attack.
Examples:
barricade fencing. Police barricade. The protesters built a barricade to prevent police from entering the area.
Firefighter.
A person whose job is to extinguish fires.
Examples:
forest firefighter. Decided to be a firefighter. The firefighter broke into the house bravely to rescue the children.
Tussle.
To fight or struggle in a confused way, especially to get something. Noun, a vigorous struggle or scuffle, typically to obtain or achieve something.
Examples:
tussle over territory. Have a tussle with a person. The two wrestlers tussled on the mat for several minutes before one was declared the winner.
Lobby.
A large area inside the entrance of a public building where people can meet and wait. A group of people who try to persuade a politician, the government, or an official group to influence legislation.
Examples:
lobby for legislation. A hotel lobby. That lobby group actively advocated environmental protection to the government.
Fist.
A hand with the fingers clenched tightly into the palm to form a hard rounded shape, an act of striking someone or something with the fist.
Examples:
Tight fist. Raise a fist. The boxer clenched his fist before throwing a punch.
Liquor.
An alcoholic beverage that is distilled rather than fermented, such as whiskey or gin, alcohol in general.
Examples:
Liquor store. Craft liquor. She poured a glass of her favorite liquor and enjoyed it slowly.
Cabinet.
A piece of furniture with doors, shelves, and drawers used for storage or display. A small group of senior members of a government who act as official advisors for the president or prime minister.
Examples:
Member of the cabinet. The cabinet above the sink. The prime minister decided to reshuffle his cabinet to regain support.
Horrify.
To shock or disgust greatly.
Examples:
Horrify audience. Horrify victims. The series of terrorist attacks horrify the entire nation.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Dual.
Having two parts, aspects, or elements.
Examples:
Dual purpose. Dual nationality. This laptop has a dual-core processor, making it fast and efficient.
Greenhouse.
A building with walls and roof made chiefly of transparent material, such as glass, for growing plants in.
Examples:
Exotic plants in a greenhouse. Emissions of greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is a phenomenon that happens naturally.
Pacific.
Peaceful in character or intent, tending to lessen or avoid conflict, calm or soothing in manner or tone. Noun, as Pacific, the largest and deepest of Earth's oceanic divisions.
Examples:
Pacific nature disposition. The Pacific Ocean. They adopted a pacific approach to resolving their differences, emphasizing dialogue and understanding.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Perk.
An advantage or something extra, such as money or goods, you receive as well as your wages for doing a particular job.
Examples:
Perks for repeat guests. Worker perk. A yacht cruise is our company's ultimate perk.
Pilot.
A person who flies an aircraft, especially as a job, a person qualified to guide ships through a difficult area of water.
Examples:
A test pilot. Pilot production. The pilot exercised great care in landing.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Cousin.
The child of your aunt or uncle.
Examples:
Cross-cousin marriage. Cousin's family. I used to play with my younger male cousins when I was a little girl.
Imaginable.
Capable of being imagined.
Examples:
Easily imaginable. Worst imaginable case. This is the only imaginable strategy.
Beard.
Hair that grows on a man's face, often around the mouth and chin.
Examples:
A black beard. Shave my beard. He grew a thick beard to change his appearance.
Grade.
A particular level of quality, size, importance, etc.
Examples:
Boys in the 12th grade. Students at all grade levels. Departments may set requirements for a higher grade point average.
Pledge.
To make a formal promise to give or do something.
Examples:
Pledge my fidelity. Pledge military assistance. At this ceremony, we will pledge allegiance to the country's flag.
Allegiance.
Loyalty or faithfulness to a person, country, cause, or belief, a pledge or oath of loyalty.
Examples:
Loyal allegiance. Show allegiance. The soldiers pledged their allegiance to their country.
Observer.
A person who watches or notices someone or something, but has no active part in it.
Examples:
A shrewd observer. An observer in the region. According to the theory of relativity, time is different for each observer.
Tense.
Unable to relax because of being nervous or worried, stretched tight or rigid.
Examples:
Tense atmosphere. Have a tense face. This story makes me tense.
Baptize.
To make someone officially a member of the Christian church by baptism, equals a form of Christian ritual purification.
Examples:
Baptize a baby. Baptize with water. The priest baptized my father on his deathbed.
Erase.
To remove something completely, especially by rubbing it.
Examples:
Erase a memory. Erased the files. He attempted to erase the misspelled word.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Captain.
The leader of a group of people, especially who is in charge of a ship or aircraft.
Examples:
The captain of an opposing team. Captain of industry. The captain ordered the troops to fire.
Cheerleader.
A person who leads cheers and chants at organized sports events, typically wearing a uniform and performing choreographed routines.
Examples:
College cheerleader. Cheerleader tryouts. She was the captain of the cheerleader squad in high school.
Pageant.
A public spectacle or display, often involving colorful costumes, music, and elaborate sets, a contest in which people participate, often involving a parade, talent show, or beauty competition.
Examples:
Pageant queen. National pageant. The beauty pageant contestants all looked stunning in their gowns.
Restore.
To repair or return something or someone to a previous good state or position.
Examples:
Restore order. Restore the emperor to the throne. The military regime has promised to restore democracy as soon as possible.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Olympiad.
A period of 4 years, originally the time between the ancient Olympic Games and now commonly used to refer to the modern Olympic Games, which are held every 4 years.
Examples:
The Modern Olympiad, Summer Olympiad. She won a gold medal in the Physics Olympiad and was praised by her teachers and peers.
Canon.
A set of rules, principles, or standards by which something is judged or measured.
Examples:
Canon law, strict canon. The canon of classical literature includes works by Shakespeare, Chaucer, and Homer.
Outfit.
A set of clothing worn together, typically for a particular occasion or activity, any cohesive unit such as a company, military, etc.
Examples:
Camping outfit, a construction outfit. I need to buy a new outfit for the wedding I'm attending next weekend.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
A background color, a criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Presentation.
The act of formally introducing or displaying something to others. The manner in which something is presented or given visually, verbally, or otherwise.
Examples:
Presentation skills, presentation slides. She gave a fantastic presentation at the conference and received a standing ovation.